What do they need to know the most right now, Spirit? Are the people that come to my space and need a message, and looking for a message from Spirit, what do they need to understand? And if it does not resonate with you, just keep going. Don't force it, okay? Those of you who this resonates with, or the person that this is for, will know. You don't have to force it. And if some things resonate with you, take that. Take what resonates and leave the rest, because that's not yours. Okay? All right. What's the focus of the read, Spirit? What do you need to understand? What are we focusing in on today? Okay? What are the obstacles? Okay. What do they have you use in this situation? What is the best possible outcome from this energy already on the board? What is the best possible outcome from the energy on the board? What is the best possible outcome? I feel like something else wanted to come out. What is the best possible outcome of this energy on the board? What happened in the past regarding this situation? What's coming in the near future? Okay. And what is their role in the situation, Spirit? What role do they play in this story? What role do they play in this story? What is the outside influence? What is the environment that is influencing this situation? That's nice. And then, what are their hopes and fears, Spirit? What are their hopes and fears? Okay. Okay, with all the energy on the board, and where the story is going, as far as this timeline and the energy that's here, what is the outcome? What is the outcome, Spirit? This one wanted to come out. I'm gonna clarify some more. Clarify the outcome, Spirit. What is the outcome of the situation? What do you understand? What's the come? What is the outcome, Spirit? So there we go. Feel it, you know, I can feel which ones the energy is like ringing out versus just me, you know? Okay. Well, let's dive in. We're here now, right? Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. In the center of the read, I'm sorry, I know I'm missing a little itchy scratchy. I found out my cat's brother I'm allergic to. They have 2 different types of fur. And that's what's going on with me. Okay, but anywho, in the center of the read, this card represents someone in like their late 30s, early 40s, and they forge ideals. You know, they're very, what's the term I'm looking for? It is, they have conviction. They have leadership qualities. They have a teacher spirit, what they lead on in life. They have a very militant, almost, attitude about it. Like, that's how much conviction they have for these ideals or for their path. And the age can be linear, you know. The card does talk about a specific age time, but still, I would just say that it's a more mature person, and at least in their 30s, or have that mindset, at least feel like they are, you know. So my intuition was saying to talk about that. So the obstacle here is the Oshun energy and the Shapana. So this is, in the description of this card, it's a masculine energy, very paternal, someone that over time you see how cooperative they are, how dedicated they are, how they bring harmony and a sense of love, and they're service oriented and kind of like community and service oriented, humanitarian energy, and it's a masculine. And then you have the Oshun energy, and Oshun is her energy is very, so this is fraternal energy. She has very maternal energy. She's very sensual. She uses her sensual as part of her sensuality, as part of her magic. She is in this definition of this particular deck, it describes a person and a feminine energy that is a good girlfriend or wife, into science, very intellectual, very sensual. And she also represents the rivers of life. So the rivers are emotion, it is spirituality. So that's that Oshun energy. So the obstacle here, or the influence, it says it's supposed to be the obstacle card. So there's an obstacle being created between this Oshun energy and this masculine energy of service. And if somebody, I'm just hearing like they just down, you know, like they're going to prove more and more over time that they are down. So only you know your story for real, and why this will be causing obstacles to this person, this mature individual that is forging minds, that is a leader, that is has a lot of conviction in their leadership style. Maybe it's just an influence on this person. Maybe these two people in this energy is affecting their ability to do so. Or maybe this union is, or bringing this union together is just affecting this person's life in general. Rather, if this is the masculine, the same masculine here, or if this is another masculine and these two are affecting it. Let's continue the story and dig in deep of what's going on here, okay? See if Spirit lets me in a little bit more on your story. So what you have to utilize here is, so Elegua is the Orisha of crossroads. It's the one that it helps you, it's kind of like, will guide you to what order Orishas to even connect with. Ishu does that too. It's a form of Elegua. But it's about crossroads, helping you make the best decisions or big decisions in life that can take your life down a different path. So that's what this Orisha does. And then this definition behind it in this particular deck, it talks about abundance and success in business, that your campaigns are going to be successful. So that's what you have to utilize. You have to utilize the fact that whatever it is that you're doing or about to do is going to be successful. what happened in the past is someone received recognition. Someone came together with a collective, and they're receiving recognition for being a good representation of like society, community, family, and working hard and service, and being a good representation of that. Somebody got recognition for something that they did by themselves or amongst a collective, and they were challenged with making sure they don't forget the work that came with it, and make sure not to neglect their corporate and family duties and responsibilities. So that happened in the past already, but all this is linear. When it comes to past, present, future, and near future, it's all like kind of linear, like as if it's all present happening at the same time, because you don't know how far past. It could have been an hour ago, that's present. Or it could have been last year, 2 years ago. When it comes to the present, that's between months ago, now, and months ahead. Like that could be linear. When it comes to the future, that can be an hour from now or 2 years from now. So remember that when we talk about the past, present, and future. All right. So in the near future, what's expected to come is you have right here the couple and 9 of air. So the couple is literally that, somebody coming together in love and harmony and collaborating and having understanding and joy in doing that. And then, but accompanied with that is a 9 of air. And the 9 of air is an energy like seeing problems that are not even necessarily there. Like, I like the example that they gave in just the art of the card, because it shows a bird in the field and a bunch of like thick sticks pointed at it that look like shotguns coming out the grass pointing at the bird, but it's just sticks. No one's here to attack you. No one's like, nothing's coming out the field. Actually enjoy coming together and having that love and that harmony and that peace. We don't get too much of that in our lifetimes. So get rid of this energy and completely embody and say hello to this energy, right? Okay. Best possible outcome, just from this energy right here, which was the focus, which was the salamander energy of just having ideals and forging minds and being a teacher or a professor and having conviction, and at the same time trying to deal with I'm feeling like the balance of being of service and improving who you are with somebody that you see as a beautiful, sensual, intelligent, motherly energy that is spiritual, that is fluent, that is like a river of emotion in your life. And you just want them to really understand, like, look, I'm here, baby. Like, I'm here. Like, you don't have to doubt this. You don't have to doubt this. Like, I'm here. And I'm down. Like, what I say I stand for is what I stand for. And if you here, like, we can rock. But feeling like there's an obstacle in balancing that out while trying to do this is creating confliction. And now I see why. Because even in the near future, there's the doubt, there's the fear, there's the something is going to attack, something's going to come out the grass. I just know it. Stop. And have that love, that joy, and that harmony. Because at the end of the day, what you have to work with regardless is that when it comes to the crossroads and making decisions, it is in your favor. Abundance and success is in your favor. Okay? So what's the best possible outcome just from this right here? You have the gold, the air element, and you have fairies and sylphs, right? So I'm gonna go back to that one because I don't want to miss anything with that one. I want to make sure I put this story together correctly, because you have the goat right here, And you have the air element. And the gold is all about reaping what you've sown, pretty much, and your hard work paying off and then being successful, even if it means that you may sleep alone and you may not have that person that you would have wanted to have. At the end of the day, you're gonna make it to the top regardless. Like, that's in the path. But I want you to get this other part of this. Where is it? Fairies and sylphs. Fairies and sylphs. Okay, so this is just more of the energy over there. Okay, so listen to this, right? This card represents an old, mature man or woman who was a dreamer, sensible, melancholic, inspired, a poet, an artist, teacher, writer, scientist, etc. Someone with a fine character and with strong conviction. It just keep coming out, right? And they sent you 2 cards to understand the character of this individual, and they're faithful and tender. In combination with other negative cards, which it is not in combination of. So, this is the masculine. Oh, actually, it said man or woman, right? Okay. Ooh. I just feel it in my spirit. I feel this sometimes in these readings. Maybe it's the same person coming back and this is your story. We're a movement by ourselves, but we're forced when we're together. So now I feel what's coming out here. These are 2 amazing people. You know, they're mature, they have conviction, they know what they stand for and what they're about. They are loving, they're very sensible, but they've been through some things. And there's some doubt that on one end somebody has that's causing confliction for this union. But either way, they're going to be successful. Even if it's by themselves, they're going to be successful. They're goats of their own. Right here, this card is associated with Pluto and Saturn. So that's transformation through discipline. So someone who is being disciplined, they're going to transform regardless. And then over here, you have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So this is humanitarian acts and still establishing harmony, balance, and harmony through communication. Through having excellent communication and being able to see different perspectives in the midst of your discipline that helps you reach great heights. And being service-oriented, having conviction, being a person that is mature, being a person that knows what they're about and what they want, and having certain skill sets of communication, rather if you're a poet or whatever that might be. Whatever type of communication that you're good at in your skill set, it's all here. And you're going to be successful in that regardless. If you can come together in this union and find this balance and this trust or not. Okay, let's keep going. Your role in the situation. All right. So I don't know which person this is. This is obviously a love reading. So somebody needed some information on their love life. And at the same time, their business life. So this is career and relationship right here. Oh, this is good. Oh my gosh. Even the personal readings I did this morning for people were so good. Like, the energy is shifting so much. Good job, you guys. For real. So, we have the Earth, the Sun, and the Eight of Air, right? So the Eight of Air is about someone trying to imprison someone else's purity with their ideals. So trying to trap them in a box with their ideals. But you have right here the sun, which is joy, which is harmony, which is success, which is just that light shining out of eternal life and just feeling that glow and that balance. You know, look, it even brings together in the picture eternal life and the sun and the moon. So the shadow side, the emotions, and just being in sync with what you shine out in life, what you do show people, your personality and understanding and identity. There's a balance and a joy in that. And then with the earth, that's traveling and that's experiencing new things. So you can, in the midst of what I'm feeling is, there's a need, where your position is at right now, there's a need to let go of the allowing of some outsourced ideals to box you in and imprison your purity and what you know to be truth, and allow what you know to be truth and eternal life and your form of love and joy and values to shine out and to experience that. And with that, you might travel the world. You'll travel to new heights and new experiences for sure, and whatever that means in your story. You're going to experience new things in this human experience amongst this earth. So that's where you're at right now. But you are still in a state of being imprisoned. It is up to you to break free from that. But in support of this, the influence of the environment is love alchemy, science, harmony. You literally have an overflow of love supporting the situation, and it's up to you. Like this is literally the guardian angel. It talks about love alchemy, and those of you who don't know what alchemy is, that's literally moving particles and matter and fusing it. And when you deal with like quantum physics, you understand how particles move in your mind and with focus. So love alchemy is moving and guiding energy with love, and creating and forming and fusing, utilizing the energy of love and creating more of that and manifesting through that, and then being supported and having an understanding of science and having that harmony, and then just that overflow of life force energy. Because look at this, it's an angel just pouring from the bucket, just abundantly, just infinitely. And then being in alignment with that. What I'm feeling is being in alignment with that infinite flow, and allowing that to encourage and to influence the situation, to help you break free from this imprisonment of your purity and allow it to glow so that you can experience new things in life. That is amazing. So your hopes and fears, I have a special deck, you guys. So I actually have 2 of these cards. This might be the only deck like that. So this is my special deck. Anyway. So this card has been coming out a lot for people. There's a lot of coming together, and with people that's attracted to my space and that get readings from me. The story is always is different, but this is happening. People are collaborating with like minds, and they're in the work that they have done, that have been service of, they're getting their recognition. It's a time coming or wanting that recognition. This is hopes and fears. So they're actually in this state. In the past, so in the past, they received this. So they're hoping to receive more of this. They want recognition for what they do, how they represent society, their community, their family. And at the same time, they're just hoping that they can balance out in their life the harmony between their business and family obligations. And remember that it took hard work for them to even get recognized and for them to get to where they are. So that's a hope, I would say. I don't think that's a fear, okay? And then let's look at this outcome. And that's also expansion. That 4 of fire is expansion. Okay, so so we have someone that with hard work, service, understanding their resources, and allowing transformation, they will not only reap what they have sown, but bring new things to the people around them or humanity, whether if it's like ideals or sciences that they were not aware of. They're bringing new things through their work, through their diligence. But it also comes with the need to not okay. There's an energy here that you can do one out of two things. Based on the two cards that came out for the outcome. You can either come into complete collaboration with some people, and you all have your own light, and it comes together and it shines out more powerfully in the midst of your due diligence and creating a success together that will forge minds and expand on people's understanding in society, in the family, in the community, in different sciences, and in information and knowledge. Or because this card that is for that is in reverse, and when it's in reverse, it's like somebody is the needing for connecting to spirit and move from that space rather than just waiting for the money to drop and being about the bag. So you can go one way or another within this read. If you choose love alchemy, if you choose spirit, if you choose for that to be the center, you will be able to come together in this union. If you do not, you will still do some great things, but it will just be all about the money. The vibration of it will be a lot lower. It will be a level of success and a level of how you touch people. But it won't expand in the way that it can expand if you allow spirit to be your source, if you allow pureness and love to be the driving force of why you're doing what you're doing. And you'll get a union out of it. Like, it's a whole relationship that can happen from this. If you get your mind right and there's no selfishness and no imprisonments that are happening here, but it's love and it's spirit and it's morality and it's just coming together and making things flow. But while there's some conflictions, you guys just gonna be on goats on different mountains somewhere by yourself. You made it to the top though, you know, but instead of being just one goat on the mountain, could have been a whole tribe in the field ready for whatever, walking towards new waters in life, out of the droughts that you once knew, and getting recognition for showing people how to walk from the drought to the waters. So it's up to you. You know what you decide. So I love you guys, and I hope this really helps somebody that needed this information today. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace and love. And if you would like a personal reading and this did not resonate with you, or it did, and you want to elaborate more on your story, then text the number in the description box and I'll get right to you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.